Welcome to ISKCON Tiruvallur. Today I will be reading from the Glories of Sri Purusottama by Srila Sachidananda Bhakthivinod Thakur, posted by ISKCON Desire Tree on September 17, 2020. Two divisions of Shastra, Smartha and Paramartha. The Vedic Arya Shastras are divided into two sections: Smartha, literature based on Smriti, and Paramaartha, transcendental literature based on Shruti. Those who are eligible Adhikari for the Smartha section do not have any natural inclination or taste for the Paramartha Shastras. The thoughts, principles, activities and life goal of every human is constituted according to his respective ruchi inclination. Generally, Smarthas accept those scriptures which are in accordance with their respective ruchi, having greater adhikara for Smartha Shastra. They do not demonstrate much regard for Paramarthika Shastra. Providence is the agent behind the creation of these two divisions. Therefore, undoubtedly, the maintainer of the world must have a hidden purpose in having made such an arrangement. As far as I understand, the purpose is that the jivas sequentially make progress in their level of consciousness by remaining steadfast in their respective adhikara. By deviating from one's adhikara, one falls down. According to one's activities, a person attains two types of adhikara: karma adhikara and bhakti adhikara. As long as one maintains his karma adhikara, he derives benefit from the path shown by the Smartha section. When he enters bhakti adhikara by transgressing the karma adhikara, then he develops a natural ruchi inclination for the paramarthika or transcendental path. Therefore, Providence has made these two divisions of Shastra, Smartha and Paramartha. The rules and regulations of Smartha Shastra are committed to karma. The Smartha Shastra has made various types of regulations and rules in order to help one attain nishtha, steadfastness, karmadhikara. In many instances, it even demonstrates indifference towards Paramartha Shastra to make people attain specific nishtha in such rules and regulations. In reality, although Shastra is one, it manifests into two ways for the people. The jiva gives up adhikara nishtha, he can never attain auspiciousness. For this reason, the Shastras have been divided into two, Smartha and Paramartha. Adhimasa, extra month, also called Malamasa, impure month, is devoid of all auspicious activities. By dividing the whole year in 12 parts, the Smartha Shastras have ascertained the auspicious or religious activities for these 12 months. All the karma, religious activities which are part of the Varnashrama system, when allotted to the 12 months, leave the extra month Adhimasa devoid of any such activity. There is no religious performance in Adhimasa in order to keep lunar months and solar months in tally. One month has to be excluded every 32 months. The name of that month is Adhimasa, extra month. Smarthas have discarded this extra month, considering it abominable. They gave it names such as Malamasa, impure month, Choramasa, thieving month, and so on. It is stated in Sri Surya Siddhanta that in one Mahayuga there are 15,93,333,36 15,93,336 extra months and 5,18,40,000 solar months. Therefore, there is one extra month after every 32 months, 16 days and 4 hours of the solar calendar. From the perspective of Paramartha Shastra, Adhimasa is superior and advantageous for Hari Bhajana. On the other hand, the most worshipable Paramartha Shastra acclaims Adhimasa as the most outstanding month for transcendental activities. Since life in this world is temporary, it is not proper to spend any part of one's life meaninglessly. It is imperative for the jiva to remain continuously engaged in Hari Bhajana at every moment. Thus, the Adhimasa, which comes every third year, may also become useful for Hari Bhajana. This is indeed the deep meaning of Paramartha Shastras. Even though karmis perceive this month to be devoid of all auspicious activities for the deliverance of all the jivas, Paramartha Shastra, on the other hand, has ascertained that period has the most conducive for Hari Bhajana. Paramartha Shastra says, Hey Jiva, during this Adhimasa, why should you remain lazy in Hari Bhajana? Srimad Golokanatha himself has ascertained that this month is the best of all. It is superior even to the greatly pious months of Kartika, Magha and Vaishaka. In this month, you should perform Archana of Sri Radha Krishna with special rules or moods for bhajana. You will thereby attain all types of perfection. The history and glories of Adhimasa and how it received the name Purusottama. The glories of Adhimasa are mentioned in the 31st chapter of the Naradiya Purana. Adhimasa considered the sovereignty of the 12 months and saw that he was being slighted. He went to Vaikuntha and related his dilemma to Sri Narayana. Out of compassion, Vaikuntapati took Adhimasa with him and appeared before Sri Krishna in Goloka. After hearing about the distress of Malamasa, the impure month, Sri Krishna's heart melted and he spoke thus. Aham etairyata loke pratitah Purusottamaha tatayam api lokeshu pratitah Purusottamaha asmai samarpitah sarve ye gunamayi samstitah matsadrishyam upagamya masanamadipo bhavet jagat pujyo jagat vandyo masoyam tu bhavishyati सर्वे मासः सकमाश्च शिष्कामोऽयं मया कृतः अकामः सर्वकामो वा यो दिमासं प्रभुज्यते कर्माणि भस्मसत् कृत्वा माम् एवैष्यति असंशयं कदाचिन्मम भक्तानां अपराधेति घन्यते पुरुषोत्तम भक्तानां नापराधः कदाचन य एतस्मिन् महामूढा जपदानादिवर्जितः सत्कर्म स्नान रहिता देवतीर्थद्विजस्त्विषः जयन्ते दुर्भगदुष्टः परभाग्योपजीवनः न कदाचित् सुखं तेषं स्वप्नेऽपि शृङ्गवत् येनाह मार्चितो भक्त्या मासेऽस्मिन् पुरुषोत्तमे धनपुत्र सुखं भुङ्क्त्वा पश्चात् गोलोकवासभाक्. Hey Ramapati, just as I am celebrated in this world by the name Purushottama, similarly this Adhimasa too will be renowned in the world by the name Purushottama. Now I offer all my qualities to this month, becoming like me from today onwards. This Adhimasa is the monarch of all the other months and is the most worshipable and most adored in the world. All other months are sakama, that is, they will grant worldly desires. This month, however, is Nishkama. Those who worship this month either without any desires, akama, or with all types of desires, will have their karmas burnt. They will achieve me. My bhaktas sometimes commit offences, but in this Purushottama month, they will be protected from committing any offence. In this Adhimasa, those greatly foolish persons who neglect to perform auspicious activities such as japa, giving in charity, visiting and bathing at the holy places, and who are envious of the Dvijas, Brahmanas, are deemed wicked, unfortunate and living at the cost of others. Thus they will not attain a cent of happiness even in their dreams. Conversely, those who are filled with bhakti will take advantage of this Purushottama month to perform archana to me. After enjoying worldly happiness such as wealth, sons and so on, they will eventually attain residence in Goloka. The glories of Purushottama month in the context of Draupadi's history. Many episodes from the Puranas are narrated in the context of the glories of Purushottama month. One such example is Draupadi. In her previous life, she was the daughter of Medha Rishi. Even after hearing of the glories of Purushottama month from Durvasa Rishi, she neglected to observe that month. As a result, she attained many sufferings in that life and became the wife of 5 husbands in her birth as Draupadi. During their exile, the Pandavas followed Sri Krishna's instructions to observe Purushottama Maasa Vrata and thus crossed over all their sufferings, as it is said. Evam sarveshu tirteshu brahmatdah Pandunandanaha Purushottama Masadya Vratam Serur Vidhanatah Tadante Rajyam Atulam Avapurgata Kantakam Purne Chaturdashe Varshe Sri Krishna Kripaye Mune. Hey Muni, during the period of their exile, the Pandavas travelled throughout all the holy places, and by the mercy of Sri Krishna they observed Sri Purushottama Vrata with all rules and regulations. As a result of this, they completed their 14 years of exile without any obstacles and at the end attained an unparalleled kingdom. The account of King Dhridadhanva as spoken by Valmiki regarding Purushottama Vrata. Purushottama Masa is glorified in the account of King Dhridadhanva's previous birth. At Badarikasrama, Narada heard the procedure of the Vrata from Narayana Rishi, which Valmiki Muni then related to King Dhridadhanva in answer to the king's questions. Just as the rules of Ahanika, Gayatri mantras for Brahmanas are ascertained in Dharma Shastra, similarly the obligatory activities for one observing Purushottama Vrata are also delineated. Beginning from the Brahma Muhurta hour, rules for bathing in the month of Sri Purushottama. Regarding the rules for bathing during Sri Purushottama, it is said, Samudraga Nadi Snanam Uttamam Parikirtatam Vapikupa Tadageshu Madhyamam Katitam Budaihi Grihe Snanam Tu Samanyam Grihastasya Prakirtitam. There are 3 types of baths as declared by the wise. Bath in the rivers which meet the ocean is the topmost. Bath in lakes, ponds and wells is the second best, and bath in one's home is an ordinary bath. For one who is observing Sri Purushottama Vrata, after taking bath he should observe the following. Sapavitrena hastena kuryat achamana kriyam Achamya tilakam kuryat gopi chandana smritsnaya Urdhva pundra mrujam saumyam dandakaram prakalpayet Shankachakradikam dharyam gopi chandana mrisnaya. After bathing, one should perform achamana with clean hands. One should then make paste of gopi chandana clay and wear simple, beautiful, straight Urdhva pundra tilaka on his forehead and the marks of conch, disc and so on his body. The exclusive worship of Sri Radha Krishna is obligatory in Purushottama month. The worship of Sri Krishna is obligatory in the activity of Purushottama month. Purushottama masasya daivatam Purushottamaha tasma sampujayet bhaktya shraddhaya Purushottamam. Valmiki said, Hey Dhridadhanva, Purushottama, Sri Krishna is the presiding deity of the Purushottama month. Therefore, being filled with bhakti shraddha, you should worship Sri Purushottama, Sri Krishna with 16 types of paraphernalia every day of this month, as it is said. The worship of the divine couple Sri Radha Krishna is indeed obligatory in Purushottama Masa. Agaccha Deva Devesha Sri Krishna Purushottama Radhaya Sahitaschatra Grahana Pujana Mama. Activities forbidden in the month of Purushottama. All the rules and regulations regarding Sri Purushottama Vrata which we have presented above from these shastras should be followed by religiously devoted persons of all the varnas caste. The Naradiya Purana concludes by saying that In the holy places of Naimisharanya, Sri Sutta Goswami spoke to the assembled devotees as follows. Bharate Janura Sadhya Purushottam Uttamam Na Sevante Na Srunvanti Grahasakta Naradamaha Gata Gatam Bhajante Atra Durbaga Janma Janmani Putra Mitra Kalatrapta Viyogat Dukkha Bhaginaha Asmin Mase Dvijasreshta Nashachastrani Udaharet Naswapet Parasayayam Nalapet Vitatam Kvachit Parapavadam Nakrayam Nakatanchit Kadhachana Prapannancha Bunjita Nakurvita Parakriyam. Even after taking birth in India, those who are the lowest of mankind remain attached to household life and never hear the glories of Sri Purusottama Vrata, nor do they observe it. Such unfortunate persons undergo the suffering of repeated birth and death and the distress inflicted by the separation from sons, friends, wife and other relatives. O best of the Dvijas, in this Purushottama month, one should not uselessly discuss worldly literature or mundane poetry. One should not sleep on the bed of others nor indulge in discussions of worldly sense enjoyment. One should not criticize others, eat foodstuffs cooked by others, or perform activities prescribed for others. The obligatory activities in the Purushottama month: Vitta Satyam Akurvano Dhanam Dhadyat Vidvijataye Vidyamane Dhane Satyam Kurvano Rauravam Vrajet Dine Dine Dvijendraya Dattva Bhojanam Uttamam Divasasyastame Bhage Vrati Bhojanam Acharet Indradyumnaha Satadyumno Yauvanasvo Bhagirataha Purushottamam Aradhya Yayur Bhagavatandikam Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Samsevya Purushottamah Sarva Sadhanataha Sreshtaha Sarvartha Paladhayakaha Govardhanadharam Vande Gopalam Goparupinam Gokulotsavam Isanam Govindam Gopikapriyam Kaundinyena Puraproktam Imam Mantram Punaha Japanmasam Nayed Bhaktya Purushottamam Apnuyat Dhyayen Navagana Syamam Dvibhujam Muralidharam Lashatpita Patam Ramyam Saradam Purushottamam Dhyayam Nayen Masam Pujayan Purushottamam Evam Yaha Kurute Bhaktya Swabhishtam Sarvam Apnuyat. Giving up miserliness, one should give in charity to the Brahmanas. If a person remains miserly, even though he has wealth, his miserliness will be the cause of his going to Raurava, one type of hell. Every day one should feed the Vaishnavas and Brahmanas with the best foodstuffs. A person who is following the vows should take his food in the 8th part of the day. Indradyumna, Satadyumna, Yavanasva and Bhagiratha attain Samipya, close association of Bhagavan, by worshipping the Purushottama month. One should perform service to Purushottama with all of one's endeavors. Such service to Purushottama is superior to all types of sadhana and fulfills all variety of desires. In a previous age, Kaundilya Muni repeatedly chanted the mantra Govardhanadharam Vande. By chanting this mantra with devotion during Sri Purushottama month, one will attain Sri Purushottama himself. One should devote Purushottama month to constantly meditating upon Navagraha Vibhuja Muralidhara Navagana Vibhuja Muralidhara Pitambara Sri Krishna with Sri Radha. Those who do this with devotion will have all their cherished desires fulfilled. I worship the lifter of Govardhana, Gopala, who has the form of a Gopa. He is the festival of Gokula, Gokula Utsava, the supreme controller of all Ishvara, and he is Govinda, the beloved of the Gopis, Gopika Priyam. The observance of transcendentalists, Swanishta, Paranishta, and Nirapeksha. There are 3 types of transcendentalists. Swanishta, those who are steadfast in their personal vows. Paranishta, those who are steadfast in following the vows set forth by the respective their respective acharyas, and nirpeksha, those who are indifferent to the above two types of steadfastness. All the activities mentioned above for Purushottama month are prescribed for Swanishta transcendentalists. Paranishta bhaktas are eligible to observe Purushottama Vrata according to the rules and instructions of Kartika Vrata prescribed by their respective acharyas. Nirapeksha bhaktas respect this sacred month by daily honoring Sri Bhagavat Prasada with one pointed attention, following some routine for Sravana and Kirtana of Sri Harinama according to their capacity. Swanishta and Paranishta bhaktas are generally householders and Nirapeksha bhaktas are renunciates. The following statement from Vishnu Rahasya, which is the topmost instruction of Sri Hari Bhakti Vilasa, recommends Indriyarteshu asaktanam sadaiva vimalamatihi paritoshayet toshayate vishnum nopavasho jitatmanah. Those whose intelligence has been purified by bhakti are detached from the inclination for sense enjoyment. The intelligence of such persons is naturally pure, therefore they are jitatma. They have conquered their minds. It is by their innate bhakti rather than by upavasa, fasting and other such activities that they have purified their minds and are thus able to please Sri Krishna at all times. The innate ruchi, inclination and obligatory activities of ekantika bhaktas. Therefore, Sri Sanatana Goswami has concluded his book Sri Hari Bhakti Vilasa by presenting the following statement for one-pointed devotees. Evam ekantinam prayah kirtanam smaranam prabhoh kurvatam param pritya krityam anyan rochayate bhavena kenachit preshtaha srimurterangri sevane syat ichais yasisam swatantrena स्वरसनैव तद्विधिः विहितेष्व एव नित्येषु प्रवर्तन्ते स्वयं इते इत्यदि एकान्तिनं भाति महात्म्यं लिखितं हि तत्. Ekantika bhaktas, one-pointed devotees of Sri Krishna, consider Sri Krishna Smarana and Sri Krishna Kirtana alone to be the most fulfilling and valued activities. Generally, they do not engage in any other angas of bhakti besides these two, which they cultivate with great love and affection. Their eagerness for these angas is so strong that no other activity can captivate their taste. They develop an intense desire to serve the lotus feet of Sri Krishna in a specific mood. Therefore, they render service to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna with moods which are favorable to their own rasa, along with some independence to give up the injunctions which are unfavorable to their cultivation. This alone is their vidhi. The ekantika bhaktas are not bound to follow all the rules and regulations which have been prescribed by the rishis. The moods of the ekantika bhaktas, inborn natural disposition, generally remain prominent. This is their glory. Adhimasa is dear to bhaktas as there is no disturbance from the karma kanda in this month. The bhaktas observe Sri Purushottama month according to their respective adhikara. This means according to the distinctions of the boots of Swanishta, Paranishta and Ekantika bhaktas. Bhagavan Brajanatha Sri Krishna is the sovereign of this month. Therefore, Adhimasa is dear to every bhaktas. This is because incidentally, in this month, no disturbance from the karmakanda can come to obstruct the performance of one's bhakti. Translated by the race of the harmonist team. From the Sri Gaudiya Patrika, year 2, issued for published in the English for the first time in Race of the Harmonist, number 8, summer 2001. Shri Purusottama Mas ki jai, Srila Bhakthivinod Thakur ke, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.